Let's pick up on some of this sound. As I mentioned at the in the headlines, we have multiple states now are reopening. Yesterday, Brian Kemp from Georgia announced that gyms, hair salons, and other businesses can reopen on Friday in Georgia. They must adhere to social distancing guidelines and meet other safety standards. Good luck with that. Tennessee Governor Bill Lee said he would not be extending the state stay-at-home order, which expires April 30th. That is in 9 days. So on next Monday, there will be some businesses allowed to open as on Monday. In South Carolina, Governor Henry McMaster issued an executive order to reopen public beaches and allow some retail businesses to reopen beginning Monday with social distancing rules. And Greg Abbott announced, of course, last week that some retail businesses will open up this Friday, though schools will remain closed. It's going to be an interesting next couple of weeks, folks, because this is all geared towards creating pressure on blue states so that Donald Trump has someone to blame for the economic woes when they open up late, according to him. We shall see. In the meantime, there is this broad attempt by the right in this country to deny the reality of this virus. And, you know, the bottom line is you can say, let's kill Granny. Who cares about Granny? As if that was all that was at stake here, as if killing Granny was just, what are you going to do? As if like we just would regularly, you know, be willing to sacrifice our elderly, which is in no way to imply that those are the only people who are in danger here. But I mean, it's just sort of bizarre, the cavalier way that people are, let's just kill Granny. But also the delusion that that's the way it works, that we can just all go about our business and it's just mostly going to be Granny. It's insane. It's insanity. Here's Brian Kilmeade desperately trying to get anyone to agree with him. Oh, I know, say the producers. Let's invite on a doctor who will just say anything to get back onto our network. Here's Brian Kilmeade with Dr. Oz.
I wanted to see what you thought about this. Britt Hume said last night that there's a chance that the mitigation efforts of this lockdown have been a colossal public policy calamity, and the damage to the economy, to businesses that are closing, many not going to reopen. The damage is to kids who don't have their normal lives and can't go to school. Outstrip, my words, the benefit of shutting the country down. Is that a possibility that it has been a colossal error?
I don't think so. But also, who would want to gamble with that many American lives? We saw what happened in New York when we shut the state down, when Governor Cuomo made that decision, and the same thing happened here in New Jersey. The numbers of cases that had been afflicted was tiny compared to what it is now. And we realized pretty quickly that you have a lot of lagging indicators when you're trying to predict the future in that setting. I don't think that gamble was worth taking, and who knows how many Americans would have perished. Now, we don't want to do it again. And that's why some of the insights in the CDC Opening America guidelines are so critical we adhere to. Because if we're sloppy about this, we will lose American lives, but also we'll lose the confidence of the American people. But we're better than that. I know we can make this happen. The game plan is pretty, and the blueprint is pretty clear.
Yeah, there's Brian Kilmeade trying to push this narrative. I mean, here's the other thing that people don't appreciate. We have 70% of the country now is saying like, yeah, I don't want to rush this. You can open up the furniture store, but people aren't going to necessarily go in and buy a new couch, if they think that they're risking their lives in doing so. And certainly in some parts of the country, people have been completely untouched by this. They see it only on TV. And so they assume it can't be a problem and they'll go in. But broadly speaking, the folks need confidence to go back into the stores, and there's nothing different. The virus has not changed. Just because we all stayed inside for a couple of weeks, the virus doesn't say like, whoa, I guess it's just whatever. It's still there. Like Dr. Oz said, I can't believe I'm quoting him, but the bottom line is, even after starting the social distancing in New York, started March 13th, I guess had it started March 1st, you would have been able to avoid the over 10,000 deaths that we've had there. But how do you know? We certainly won't know. We certainly won't know that, shouldn't have opened up those set of retail outlets. I mean, this is what we're going to start to see, is we're going to see it opening up, and there's no feedback that's going to happen quick enough to get a sense of, have we opened up too much or too little, until we get testing. Apparently, the only place in the country that's going to have a decent number of tests is going to be, was it Maryland? Is that where Hogan's from? Or is it Delaware? I always get those two confused. Because, because his wife had some connections in South Korea, so they flew it in directly. Probably did not tell the federal government. Trump was pissed. Was supposed to run those through some subsidiary of Jared's or something.